So when I was a freshman in high school, I had a flip phone. Okay, I never listened. I was a bad kid, so I got my real phone taken for a very long time. And after a while, I started doing track and I needed a way to communicate with my parents and my brother, like when I needed to be picked up and all that stuff because, I was a freshman and I couldn't drive. So my parents gave me a flip phone. At the time, I was so embarrassed about it. I think I told like a few people, but I was so embarrassed about it. But I made the most out of it, okay? I had AirPods and I would connect my AirPods to my flip phone and have my flip phone in my backpack and listening to music in the hallways at school. The love of music. But all to say, when I had that flip phone, is probably the last time I was truly and 100% living in the moment, specifically at school. I had no choice but to interact. I had no choice but to pay attention. I had no choice but to make friends. I had no choice but to drop friends. I had no choice but to listen to my own thoughts. I had no choice but to spend my time wisely because I wasn't busy scrolling away my life because I couldn't, because all I could do was call and text my parents. And I don't think it's the flip phone itself that I miss, but I miss the peace and I miss the intuition I had, and I miss the way I lived in the moment. Like, you couldn't tell me anything because I was always living in the moment, like, oh, okay, like, I was always living in the moment. I was there. I wasn't half having a conversation with my friend and half scrolling on TikTok, or half having a conversation with my friend or replying to a reel my friend just sent me. I was there. I was laughing my butt off. I was crying real tears of laughter. And if you know me in real life, you know whenever I start crying real tears of laughter, it's funny is an understatement. Like, funny is an understatement. It's overly hilarious. So yeah, I miss that. And I know I keep talking about TikTok, but guys, it's really changing our generation and it really upsets me. And if we could all go back to having flip phones just like Isla did freshman year, I think we would all socialize so much better and we wouldn't have all these social media issues because there's so many unnecessary issues. For example, cyberbullying. It's so stupid. Cyberbullying shouldn't even exist because social media shouldn't even exist in the first place. I think phones should just be for the camera app, YouTube, to like for a limit because you also have to limit YouTube, and like text and call. I don't think there's any other or in the weather app maybe. I don't think there's any other reason to have a cellular device. I think that's all a cellular device should do. So thanks for watching my little rant about how I miss my flip phone. I pray and hope my parents never see this because I promise you they will get me right back on this. If you know me in real life or if you know my parents, no you don't. Thanks for watching. Bye.